Going into Cup 1, Electrodome, Dolphin Shoals, TikTok Clock, and Animal Crossing. TikTok Clock we have seen in previous divisions. Excited to see how these players will handle this. Going into Cup 2, though, we have Mario Circuit, Wario's Gold Mine, Moo Moo Meadows, and Big Blue. Once again, Moo Moo Meadows and Big Blue, tracks we've seen before. I'm excited to see how these players are on Electrodrome. It's a very kind of tech-heavy track. There's one shortcut at the end. Doesn't save a ton of time, but it does help. We have a Wario and a Gold Mario here from Winnebago. We have not seen that yet. Most players either play Yoshi or Daisy, Peach. They all have very similar stats. We do have a Winnebago player on here. The Yoshi on the Splat Buggy does have smart steering on. Don't know if they meant to have that. They can change it after this race is over. Starting off, though, Bridgeport takes an early lead, top 3. They do get hit out, though. They are trailing at first. Could hit their teammate. Winnebago here trying to get back up there. Second, third, fourth here. Winnebago does get hit out, though. They are last now. Bridgeport, though, still holding first. Got coin in one here. Bridgeport shrimming up, taking the ending shortcut. They do have triple greens. They did hit out Winnebago. Winnebago here, 3-4, 7-8. Bridgeport, 1-3, 5-6. Good spots. Winnebago can hold this. Or sorry, if Bridgeport can hold this, they will have a decent point lead. Winnebago with the triple greens and 4, trying to hit out Bridgeport. We're throwing them all up. It does miss. Winnebago still top 2. Winnebago with the horn in 3 can cause some damage. Bridgeport, though, still holding top 2, 4-7. We'll have decent points for them if they can still hold it. Winnebago needs to get back up into the top spots. With Bridgeport top 3, they will get a really good point lead going into race 2. Lap 3. Winnebago needs something here. They shot up fire, real risky. Winnebago, though, clips the edge, goes directly into the wall. They are losing their top spots here now. Bridgeport holding top 3 still. Third place does fall off, though, from Bridgeport. And gets redded out of 4th. Winnebago coming back in here at 3-4, 5-7 here. They do need these mushrooms. Make a big old comeback. Winnebago here. Salvaging just a little bit, not much. Ending 4-7, 6-3 for Winnebago. Going into track 2, Dolphin Shoals, almost completely underwater. Has a great saxophone soundtrack towards the end of the track. A very unusual track. If you know it and your opponent doesn't, you can pull ahead pretty quickly. See if Bridgeport can hold on to this point lead that they got. 23-16. It's still anybody's game. Starting off early, Bridgeport does take top 3 here still. You see multiple paths being taken. There's about 4 different paths that you can take right there. 2 of them are about the same speed. The other ones are not very quick. You shouldn't take them. We do have Winnebago here. First 3, 5-8. They do get bumped out at 5, though. Bridgeport coming back. They stole first, 5-4, 6. Got good spots here. Winnebago trying to hit out Bridgeport. Doesn't happen. Winnebago does trail out their own teammate. You got to be aware of those. Got to be aware on where they are. Bridgeport still first. They are holding this lead that they have. Bridgeport takes top 2, 4-7 here. Bridgeport trails out Winnebago. Bridgeport top 3, 6 here. They can get a really good race here. Winnebago really needs a decent final lap here. They will lose a lot of points once again if they cannot break these top spots that Bridgeport has. Bridgeport being in first and second, they have a bit of a breakaway. It looks like they should get first. Second is still up for grabs. They are top 3 with Triple Nanas in 3, defending second and first. They did drop them. Winnebago 4, 5, 6, 8. They do get rated out of 5. Winnebago not gaining too much. Ending 7, 5, 6, 4. They will lose a couple more points to Bridgeport. Going on to race 3, tick-tock clock. Bridgeport was practicing this one earlier. Winnebago changing their character and vehicles. It does land on random. I don't know exactly what the rule is on landing random. I believe they do lose a couple points here. They lose 20 points for picking the wrong track. Bridgeport will be ahead by 20 more points no matter what for this race. Tight section, Rock Mountain, really fun track. It is a DLC track, which is not allowed. So that is one of the reasons on why they are losing points here. Bridgeport 2, 3, 7, 8 with Winnebago 1, 2, 4, 7. Winnebago is holding this first place. Maybe a little bit of a breakaway, not too far though, with Bridgeport coming up right behind them. And 2, 3, there's a horn in 8, not much helpful for Bridgeport. They are gonna get rid of it. Bridgeport used the shroom though in 2 to catch up. Winnebago trailing green in 1, throws it back, does hit Bridgeport. Winnebago 1, 3, 5, 7 right here. Bridgeport 2, 4, 6, 8. Still a whole nother lap. They do use the shroom there. Winnebago does get hit by the boulder though. Gotta watch out for those. They have top 2, 5, 6. They do get rated out of 6 though. Bridgeport coming back 3, 4, 6, 7. With the shrooms in 4. They barely make it back onto the track for the glider section. Winnebago still holding first though. Bridgeport trying to take it from them, running into a couple walls. Winnebago taking top 2 here once again. Bridgeport trying to catch up. They're 3-4, 6-7. They will be losing points this race if they cannot break Winnebago's top 2. Bridgeport does get hit out. Winnebago 5-7, 1-2. Bridgeport trying to hold on to this 3. The green back, almost hitting Bridgeport. Winnebago does take top 2, 5-4. Good race by them. Now going to the 4th track. We did skip TikTok clock because of that. We are going to Animal Crossing now. Winnebago switching their vehicle combo back to what they wanted it. Once again, Animal Crossing, very unique track where the season changes every time you play it. It can be spring, fall, winter, summer. Starting the final race of the first cup, Bridgeport is ahead by 23 points, despite what it says on the score. Winnebago does lose 20 points because of the repick. And they are trying to make a comeback here. They are 2, 3, 4, 7. Good spots here. This is the beginning of the race, though. Winnebago trailing the red in first place. You do have to watch out for their teammate in 2nd and 3rd. If it gets a little risky, they do have to drop it. It'll be a little too risky to keep holding it if their 2nd place can catch up. Winnebago breaking the red on virtually nothing, saving their 4th place. They are getting past, though. Massive bomb hits multiple members on each team. Fire does hit Bridgeport out, though. Bridgeport has 3, 4, 5, 8. Winnebago, top 2, 6, 8. With their 1st and 2nd place, with a decent lead in front of everybody else. Bridgeport in 3rd place is getting a little farther away from those top 2 spots. It looks like Winnebago can take this 1st and 2nd. Blue is out. Do have to watch out for that. The blue shell did hit Winnebago 2nd place. Bridgeport here in 2nd, catching up to Winnebago in 1st. It's very close. Winnebago is trailing the banana in 1, though. They do have defense. Bridgeport getting hit. They are bottom spots here. Winnebago 1, 3, 4, 7. Bridgeport gets a red shell. Not much they can do with it, though. They do hit Winnebago right at the end, forcing Winnebago to get 1-7-6-4 for this race. Yeah, Bridgeport does take this one. They ended, if we're adding points to them or taking points away from Winnebago, they will win by 22 points. Bridgeport takes Cup 1 as we go into Cup 2. Mario Circuit, Wario's Gold Mine, Moo Moo Meadows, and Big Blue. Moo Moo Meadows and Big Blue we both saw in the Division 2 finals. excited to see on what they do with Mario Circuit and Wario's Gold Mine here. Two very, I would say, unpicked tracks in the game. Moo Moo Meadows and Big Blue can be both pretty hectic. Moo Moo Meadows just being so short, you don't know when you should start catching up if you're trying to bag that track. Big Blue, it's a big, long, segmented track where you never take full laps. It's got a ton of shortcuts on it. I'm excited for what these players will do. Winnebago picked the random, and it chose Winnebago, so they lose 20 points. Starting off, Cup 2, Mario Circuit. Lots of drafts that can happen in the beginning. Bridgeport getting a couple. 2, 3, 7, 8, fighting for these top spots here. Winnebago sneaking in 1, 3, 5, 7. They are trailing 1. Bridgeport did get hit out a second. Winnebago top 4 now. If they can hold these spots, they will gain 19 points against Bridgeport in this round. Bridgeport does sneak back in there. They are third now. Winnebago top 2, 5, 8. They have lost their top 4 status. They're now top 2, bottom 2. Winnebago. They will gain a couple points, but not much. Bridgeport here trying to get up to those top spots. They're using mushrooms. Bridgeport getting hit out of 6. Bridgeport does sneak in 2 though, and they just got hit out. Winnebago top 2, bottom 2 still going into the last lap of our first track here. Bridgeport 3, 4, 5, 6. They really need to get up into these top 2 spots if they really want to get some points on this race here. With that red shell from Winnebago in second, they can hit out anyone if they want to, or if they're trying to get back up. They have a second one too. Bridgeport will not be able to pass them, or they will get hit by that red shell from Winnebago in second. It does seem like Winnebago will take top 2 here, but it's close. Bridgeport going in for it. They do barely miss. Winnebago taking 1, 2, 4, 8. Sneaking back up and taking this 4th place. Going on to the second track, Wario's Gold Mine. Fun track. You do have to watch out for the bats in the cave. They will hit you and cause your vehicle to turn 90 degrees, or you get 90'd. They can be a huge pain. You just got to stay on the edges and not get hit by them. Winnebago in first right now, 42 points to Bridgeport, 15. It's only the second race though, anything can happen. A lot of drafts can happen at the beginning just because of the tight sections it's got. Bridgeport, first right here. They do get hit out of first by Winnebago. Winnebago 1, 2, 4, 6 right now. Good spots for them. They do have a horn in 2. They can dodge a blue shell if Bridgeport does pull one. Bridgeport 3, 4. 4th place, Bridgeport does fall off the track, though. They only have 3 up there. Winnebago does have to use the horn. They do have another one in first, though. Winnebago 1, 2, 4, 6 right here. Very comfortable lead they have here in top 2. First place does get rid of the horn. If they do have a blue shell now, it will hit Winnebago. Bridgeport here in 7, trying to contest those triple nanas. I don't know if I would do that. It does work out for them, though. They do miss the item box. Bridgeport 3, 4, 6, 7 right here. They do need to get back up into these top 2 spots. They need to hit Winnebago out of these. Winnebago trailing in 2, though, right next to their teammate. It's very close. You don't want to trail your teammates, especially in this track. They are very close. Winnebago drafting off of first. Bridgeport, though, 3, 4, 7, trying to get back up into the top spots. They're close here. Winnebago just a little bit farther ahead in these top 2 spots. Drafting, Winnebago needs to watch out for this red they're trailing. They do hit their teammate. It's really bad for them. Bridgeport does get hit, though. They're still 3, 4, 5, 6. Sandwiched in between Winnebago, who's top 2, bottom 2. These spots, Winnebago does take a little bit of a point lead here. Bridgeport throwing back fire. It does look like Winnebago can salvage a couple more spots, getting 1, 4, 2, 5. We have Winnebago leading 51-27 going into the 3rd race, Moo Moo Meadows. Track we saw in Division 2. The start of the race is very cramped. There's a lot of drafts that happen. There's the 2 coins on the left side, while 3 on the outside, if you want to go for those. Lap 2 and 3, the cows move onto the track. You do have to dodge those. We'll see if any of the players today run into one of the cows. They can't be right in your way where you're trying to go. They get a little annoying sometimes. But we will find out in the 3rd race. Still anyone's game for match 2. We'll see if Winnebago can take this one, forcing it to game 3, or if Bridgeport can squeeze out this win to go 2-0. Bridgeport here, 1, 3, 6, 7. Winnebago taking first by a little bit here. Green up, almost hitting Winnebago in 4 here. Bridgeport, though, 2, 3, 7, 8. They do need their teammates to get back up there. They have taken first now. And we see here the cows starting to come onto the track. We do see Winnebago hitting out one of Bridgeport's, but also getting hit out themselves. Winnebago here, 2, 3, 4, 7. Good spots for them. They will still gain points at those spots. Bridgeport, though, trying to get back up there. The person first has a little bit of a lead. Winnebago throws red shell at first. First place does have double defense, though. They can block this second red that Winnebago threw at them. And grab doubles for more double protection if they're lucky. They do get coin, though. Winnebago still 1, 5, 6, 8. They're not going to get a lot of points at the end of this race if they can't break Winnebago in the top here. Winnebago taking 2, 7, 3, 4. They will gain points on Bridgeport once again. going into our final race, Big Blue. As stated before, lots of shortcuts on Big Blue. We will see the players do them probably differently than Division 1 or even Division 4. There's multiple ways to do these shortcuts, all saving about the same amount of time. Winnebago leading, going into the final race, 69 to Bridgeport 45. We do see Winnebago getting spin boosts off of each other, with Bridgeport taking an early top 2 here, top 3. Winnebago entering back. They have taken second here, fighting for it against Bridgeport. Bridgeport still has top 2, 6, 7 here, fighting for 5. Winnebago trying to get back in there. 3, 4. Winnebago going for some shortcuts here. We do see players going for them. Multiple ways to do them, as we see Winnebago going for a drift off of it while Bridgeport just driving off the track. Winnebago does catch up just a little bit. They have a shroom in second. They will be able to pass Bridgeport if they use it. Bridgeport is trailing a banana in first, though. You have to be careful about that. Winnebago 2-3-5-8 here. Winnebago hitting out Bridgeport, taking first place. Bridgeport trying to answer back. They have lost top 2 here, though. Bridgeport 3-4-5-7 here. They do need a big end for this race if they want to come back and take the 2-0 victory. Winnebago going to take first here. Bridgeport trying to salvage second here. Don't know if it's going to happen, though. Winnebago taking 1-8-4-5. With Winnebago winning this cup, forcing it to Game 3. Here we go. Starting Cup 3, going to Game 3. Winnebago and Bridgeport, 1-1 each. Dry Desert, Yoshi Valley, Super Bell Subway, and Shy Guy Falls. Dry Desert, a very bagging-heavy track. Maybe we'll see some players bagging it instead of driving forward and running it. It's got a ton of shortcuts. If you can get a golden mushroom, you have multiple shortcuts you can take all at once. The lap 3 will be very interesting. We might see a couple placements change from each team with the ending shortcut. Bridgeport does switch their character. They are King Boo now. Winnebago, top 2, first off. We do get redded out, though. Bridgeport taking 1-3-5-7. It is just the beginning once again. Winnebago here now, 2-3-4-8. Very nice. Bridgeport does get hit out. They are no longer in first. Winnebago has top 2, bottom 2. This will gain them a little bit of points once again if they hold it. It's only lap 1, though. multiple events can happen, leaving Winnebago very low if it happens. Winnebago reading out Bridgeport here. Bridgeport trying to answer back. They have 4, 5, 6, 8, taking 3 and 2 here. Winnebago missing the double items. They only have coin here. They can get hit out by Bridgeport if they have a red. Bridgeport does get hit by some fire, going for some shortcuts in 5. And triple nanas everywhere before the doubles. Winnebago does hit out Bridgeport though. They have top 3, 5. This will look like a good race for Winnebago if they can hold it for the 3rd lap. Bridgeport getting redded out of 2nd place. Bridgeport here, 3, 5, 7, 8. It's not looking good for them right now. If they can get mushrooms, they can make a comeback here. The red in 5 from Winnebago is very scary for Bridgeport right here. They don't want to get hit out. Winnebago, 1, 5, 6, 7 here. Bridgeport, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5 here. They will gain some points if they can hold it. Bridgeport does get hit out just a little bit though. Bridgeport taking shortcut at the end, trying to take first. It'll be close. They do not take first from Winnebago. Ending of the race, Winnebago 1-8-4-5. Very close in point scores. I do not know which team will be winning this. It'll be close. Going into race 2, Yoshi Valley. Multiple paths that you can take on this track. There's about 6 different paths that you can take. There's a little shortcut at the end you can do without a mushroom. It's very difficult. I don't know if we are going to see that one. We will see it with a mushroom for sure, though. Yes, Winnebago leading 20-19. Very close, 1 point off. This track, once again, bit of a drafter. If you can draft out the people in front of you, you can take top spots pretty quickly. Winnebago holding first here, though. Bridgeport here drafting up, trying to take first. They have taken it for a little bit here. Winnebago taking it back, though. Bridgeport in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and drafting up. Winnebago trailing in first, though, trying to hit out Bridgeport. They do have to be careful about that Nana. Winnebago does go a little wide. They bump the wall and no longer in first. Bridgeport here in first with a bomb. Can be very scary. Bridgeport top 2, 5, 6 here. Very good spots for them right now. The bomb is very scary. They do not want to drop it on their teammate here. They have hit out Winnebago, though. Winnebago 3, 4, bottom 2 with Bridgeport here 1, 2, 5, 6. They will gain points on this race if they can hold this. Getting rid of bomb. Smart by Bridgeport. They don't want to hit their own teammates. They do have a bomb in 5, 2. Winnebago here 3, 4, drafting up, trying to get something to hit out top 2. Green is up and bomb does hit Winnebago. Bridgeport top 3 here. If they can hold this, it'll be very good for them. Bridgeport taking top 3 into the final lap. Bridgeport does get hit by the blue shell, though. Winnebago trying to come back. They do fall off the bridge. They do not take top 2 from Bridgeport. Bridgeport also falls off the track, though. Bridgeport top 2. Their person in 1 is gone. They have a massive lead here. Bridgeport trying to hold on. They have horn. They do hit Bridgeport themselves, but they have shrooms to catch back up. Winnebago here 4, 5, 6, 7. Trying to get mushrooms to catch back up. Don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Bridgeport here top 3. They have back to red shell. They ended up not hitting Winnebago, which does take second place. Winnebago ending that race 2-7-6-5. Bridgeport will gain a couple points on Winnebago here. Going into race 3, Superbell Subway. This one is a bit of a harder track, I would say. Hitting the trains can cost you a lot here. It's Bridgeport 41, Winnebago 37 going into race 3. Still anyone's game. Both teams are playing very well right here. And once again, we have another track where drafting is a huge part of the beginning of the race. If you can draft ahead up into first, second, top spots here, you can keep and hold it through the entire track. There are a lot of shortcuts on this track though, so you can get mushrooms and catch back up pretty quickly. Winnebago trailing in second, but they do get hit out. Bridgeport, top 2 here. They do hit the off-road just a little bit, but Winnebago does get redded out. They have top 4 right now. Trailing in 2, Bridgeport is a little scary. Don't want to hit their teammates. Might want to drop the trail. We don't know. Winnebago has shrooms though, taking shortcuts. Backing a red, almost hitting Winnebago here. Does miss. Bridgeport taking a little shortcut. They messed it up just a little bit, but it wasn't bad. Green is going up, and it does hit Winnebago. Bridgeport here, top 4 once again. If they can hold this, they'll be in a very good spot. They are trailing in 3. Don't want to hit their teammates. They might want to get rid of it. Don't know how, though. Winnebago trying to answer back. They are bottom 4 here, trying to go for coins and shrooms if they can get it, catch back up. They have taken 3 with triple greens here. Bridgeport, triple reds in 6 though. That can be very scary for Winnebago if they hit all 3 of them on them. Bridgeport in first has a massive lead right here. They do have top 2, 4-7, and a horn in 2. If blue shell does come out, they can use it on the blue shell. But they do use it to hit out Winnebago. Winnebago here though, 3, 4, 5, 8. They're keeping it close. Bridgeport does get hit. They are out of second place here. They are taking shortcuts though. They hit the off-road just a little bit and get redded out of second place. The blue shell is out though. Bridgeport going for a shortcut here. They do have horn though, giving Bridgeport first place here. They do have a lot of top spots too, which could be really good for them, but Bullet Bill come out of nowhere, does hit a lot. Winnebago 4-5-6-2. Massive last lap for Winnebago. They could have lost a lot more points in that race. It is very close once again. I believe Bridgeport will still be winning by a couple points, but not a lot. Oh, we do have Winnebago picking Neo Bowser City on accident. Shy Guy Falls is the track that they're supposed to pick. This could happen once again. Winnebago loses the race, or loses the cup because of a repick. You do know which one it's going to land on. When it starts slowing down on the track, it will pick that person. Winnebago gets lucky, does not pick their penalized track. They do not lose 20 points here. Bridgeport ahead by 3 points going into the last race. Be very close. If a team gets top 2, they could very well take the race. Starting off, drafting once again can be helpful. Sometimes it's not though. Bridgeport getting redded out. Winnebago 1-3-5-7 here. Bridgeport trying to take in this first place. They're fighting for it. Driving to double item box. Winnebago first place with nothing. Second place with bomb. They are trailing a banana now. Boomerang though, out of nowhere, and bomb is up. Bomb does not hit anyone. There's a boomerang from Bridgeport in 3. Little dangerous. Can hit multiple opponents at the same time. Bridgeport getting hit with a red. Does have a mushroom though to take the shortcut. Winnebago, 2, 3, 4. Great spots right here. They do hit the wall a little bit and lose a couple spots. They still have 2, 3 though. Bridgeport trying to answer back. They do have first with a little bit of a lead here. There is fire in second though. Winnebago throwing it up, trying to hit Bridgeport. Does miss them. Bridgeport throws back the red, tries to hit out Winnebago. Bridgeport throws a red. It does hit Bridgeport's horn that they used. Bridgeport still first. They're 1-4, bottom 2. They will be losing this race if this continues. Winnebago taking first, only by a little bit though. Bridgeport taking back first. Little snaking action from Bridgeport in first place there. Winnebago trying to come back. They do have 2-3, 7-6. It'll be close. They do have a red shell in second though. If they can get a second one here, they will be able to red out Bridgeport in first place here. Winnebago does have a second red shell. They do hit Bridgeport. Winnebago taking first and hitting Bridgeport once again. They have top 2 here. Winnebago taking the shortcut in first place. They do fall off the track though. Winnebago coming back. They have triple nanas. Don't want to hit their teammate. Winnebago taking 1-3. 3-1-6-8. It will be very close. I do not know which team is going to win. It might be Bridgeport here, making it to the finals. It is Bridgeport 79 to Winnebago 77. It was very close. Came down to the last race. You cannot get any closer than 2 points off. We are back with Bentley here from Bridgeport. Very impressive win. Very close. Came down to last race on track 3. Or sorry, in game 3. What happened in that first cup with the random?
So that was a 20-point deduction since it was not on the pre-selected track list, and we played it. That is an automatic 20-point deduction, and they lose that race because of it.
Yes. Okay. Well, congratulations on making it to the final. Very close races. I'm excited to see what you guys do in the finals. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We are back with Division 3 Mario Kart. We are having a little bit of technical issues with one of our TVs right now. We will fix that. But we have David City versus Hemingford. Our players from David City are Julian, Justin, Benjamin, Colson, and their sub, Kaylin. On Hemingford, we have Johan, Keyrith, Cash, Andrew, and their sub, Parker. Here we go. We are back. We have figured out the issue. Going into Cup 1, once again, we have Electrodome, Dolphin Shoals, TikTok Clock, which we didn't get to see last time because of the random Rock Mountain and Animal Crossing. We just need to get the go signal from David City, and they will start right up on Electrodome. Once again, one shortcut right at the end can save a lot of time. The item spots or where the item boxes are can be extremely helpful. There's not a lot of coins on the track though, so you do have to be careful on getting 10 coins as fast as possible and holding them. You are faster the more amount of coins you have. And here we go, starting off Cup 1, David City versus Hemingford for the chance to play in the finals. First track, Electrodrome, very fun track. In the Star Cup, one of my personal favorite cups, got a lot of great tracks. Like Dolphin Shoals, which we will see after Electrodrome. We do have 2 Inkling players from Hemingford. We have not seen an Inkling yet, and a Birdo, also from Hemingford. Birdo has the same stats as Yoshi, so it is as they are playing the same character, but Inkling is a little different. They are playing different vehicles too. Both Inkling players are using Splat Buggy, and the other Inkling, the dark blue-haired one, is using the Flame Flyer. Hemingford does have 2, 3, 4, 7 here. Decent spots for the beginning. They are battling for first right here against David City, who are a team full of Wiggler and a Teddy Buggy. They are getting hit out though. Hemingford does have top 2, 7, 8. David City taking a shortcut, catching back up. They're 3, 4, 5, 6, sandwich in between Hemingford. Both teams doing great. They don't have a lot of items right now. They did use them all. David City in third place here. Gets a green shell. Not much he can do with that. He can throw it up, but it's a little risky with his teammate in third there. Hemingford in second, though, using the back cam, seeing what's there. Haven't seen that a lot in Division 2 and Division 3 playing. Hemingford still top 2, bottom 2. They will gain a couple points on David City if they hold it. David City 3-4. They did throw a green up though, trying to hit Hemingford. They do miss, but they do have a red shell. In third, they're trying to trail him out, and they do. They do trail at Hemingford, but Hemingford also trails out David City. Hemingford 1-3-4-8, while David City 2-5-6-7. They do have a red in 7th place. Not much they can do with that. David City gets hit out of 2nd place. They do lose it as well. Hemingford in 2nd. They're getting drafted off of by David City. Hemingford, triple greens. They do hit David City, but David City also hits Hemingford with fire. Fighting for 3rd place there. Hemingford, top 2 at the moment. They do have to use a horn to block a red shell in 1st place there. And Hemingford in 2nd place. It looks like they will take top 2 here unless David City right at the end can come up. They do not take 2nd. They do get 3, 4, 5, 8. It will be Hemingford winning race 1. As we move on to Dolphin Shoals, which is also in the Star Cup. We have Hemingford ahead. We do not have point totals up. That one is not working. But Hemingford is ahead by a couple points here. Going into 2nd race, Dolphin Shoals. Hemingford does burn out though. They are last and top 2. David City, Triple Bananas in second. Going up, drafting off. They are in first now. Triple Bananas can be very dangerous for Hemingford. We have first place now. Holding a horn, they will be able to dodge a blue shell if it does get thrown at them. Triple Bananas in second. They do have to worry about the horn in first. They could get hit. Do not, though. They do drop the bananas, though, and hit out another player. They still have the horn in first. We have second, third, fourth, and fifth. Oh, Hemingford taking first place here. Or sorry, David City taking first place just a little bit. David City trying to hit out Hemingford. They drafted up into first place there. David City getting redded out. Hemingford in second here, trying to hold on to this first place. David City 1, 2, 4, 5 going into lap 3. Can be a little risky for them or for Hemingford here. They do have triple greens in 3. They throw them up and do hit a member from David City. David City in 1 with a red shell. They will be able to hit out Hemingford if they pass them. David City is in a very good spot right here. Red shell Hemingford threw 2 of them. One of them hit a banana that was just on the track. Unlucky, they could not hit out David City, but they did have double defense, so it might not have mattered. And the shroom from Hemingford trying to catch and take that first place spot. They do not get it though. David City taking 1, 3, 6, 8. Another point gain for Hemingford, just a little bit. Once again, going into a tick-tock clock, which we actually get to see this time. There's a couple shortcuts on this track. At the very beginning, you are able to go on the hands in the middle of the big circle. It's a little tough to get to it. If you're on a very fast pace, you can hit it again on lap 3. There's another shortcut at the end where you can go on a different set of clock hands. Hemingford burning out once again. David City taking first place here. Still in 1, 3. We do have Hemingford going back up right into the pendulum though. Hemingford first place here. 1, 3, 4, 6. Good spots. You see him going up onto glider. It is faster to stay on the ground and tricking off of the cogs here. We do have Hemingford top 2 here. Hemingford in first place does get redded out. They do get redded out once again. Hemingford here 1, 4, 7, 8. They are going to need a little bit of a boost to catch up to David City here. David City falling off in the middle right there. David City is battling for first right now against Hemingford. It is close. They go back up onto glider. Hemingford in first place with the green that they're trailing. Can be a little dangerous for David City. David City doesn't want to get hit by it. It will cost them a little bit of time and maybe even a spot. You see him going up onto the cogs there. It is faster to trick off of those. David City going tight there instead of wide like Hemingford, taking first place. Hemingford throws up the green, trying to hit them. It's going to be close. Does not. David City with the Nana in first. They have Hemingford right behind him. in second, third, fifth, and sixth. David City 1-4-7-8. They do need to catch up just a little bit here, or Hemingford will once again take this race. Hemingford does get hit out though. David City does get first place here, but Hemingford does take 2 and 3. Hemingford ending 1-5-4-8. Oh no, passes him right at the end, 1-5-4-7. Another gain for Hemingford going into the last race of Cup 1. Will we see a different season for Animal Crossing this time? Yes, we will. We have fall this time. It is my personal favorite season that you can race on. You draft off of multiple people at the beginning here. It's a little tight. You get a little bit of space here. The red shell does skip everyone, does not hit anyone. David City fighting for first here against Hemingford. It's very close between the two. David City trailing in one, trying to hit out anyone. Hemingford has to watch out for that trail. They are also trailing in 2 though. They did throw it away so they can chain their items. They do have a mushroom though, are taking the shortcut. They have a coin, have to watch out for that trail. Ghost takes coin from Hemingford. Hemingford does throw a red, but David City has a second red shell protection item behind him. David City 1-3-4-7 here with 2 reds left in 7th place here. Hemingford in second, trying to red out David City. They do not have enough red shells. Hemingford trailing the red does hit out David City. Hemingford 2-6-7-5. They do kind of need to catch up a little bit here. David City in 1-2-3-8 here. The triple greens from David City, they do have to be careful for that. They are going wide to not hit their teammates. They did have to go too wide. They did fall off of their top 3 path. David City, ooh, they do get hit out too. David City 2-6-7-4. Hemingford had a massive ending on lap 3 here. They are trailing the red just for protection here. Nothing they can do. Hemingford will take first place this race. It was close though. David City takes 4-2-6-8. And it will be close here. Hemingford and David City very close in point value. Hemingford does end up winning the first cup 83-73. Going into Cup 2, Mario Circuit, Wario's Gold Mine, Moo Moo Meadows, and Big Blue. Some good tracks in here. You saw both teams practicing on Big Blue before the match started. Here we go, starting the second cup. Hemingford does have a win over David City, 1-0. We will see if David City can pull it back. That is the wrong track from Hemingford, I believe. Or no, from David City. David City has picked the wrong track, the wrong Mario circuit. Both David City players have picked the wrong Mario circuit. It is the Mario Kart 8 Mario circuit, not the Game Boy Advance. And it has picked the wrong Mario circuit. David City will be down 20 points for the rest of the match. After looking at our track list, it does not have the prefixes from the game titles, so we do not know which Mario circuit it was actually meaning. Both of these Mario circuits could be legal. We do not. We are going to run with it though. I don't know if any team will take a point penalty from this or not. David City here getting hit out in second place. 5-6, 8-3. Hemingford 1-3, 4-5. Good placements, good spots for them. We will see Hemingford going for a little shortcut here. They are 1-3. Oh, they do get hit out of first. David City here fighting for second here. They're 1-3, 5-7. Hemingford 2-3, 8-6. Fighting for this top spot here. Hemingford top 2, bottom 2 at the moment. They will gain a couple points if they keep the top 2, bottom 2, but they have taken fourth now. There is a bomb, though. Hits out Hemingford in second. They also hit David City. This can be big for Hemingford. David City ends 8-2, 3-5. Hinkle. Yeah, I would have to either. Going into race 2, Wario's Gold Mine. David City will not be penalized as it did not say which Mario circuit it was. Hemingford is ahead going into race 2, 20-19, very close. Once again, the start of this track, a lot of drafts can happen, can make you go from 6th to 1st. David City kind of falling behind a little bit. They did draft up into top 2 spots though. Hemingford falling off the track here at an early time. There's still a ton of time to catch back up. Hemingford also gets trailed out though. David City, top 2 here, almost top 3. They did get hit out and trailed again by Hemingford. David City, top 2 are battling each other for first. It would not change their point total at all. Going very close to the finish line pillar. Trying to go as fast as possible. Hemingford trailing in 3 with the green. David City still top 2, 4-6. David City does fall off the track though. They are no longer 1-2. They have 1-3 now. Hemingford in second here. Goes for double items. Trailing a green shell. Might try to hit out David City here, who's in third. Hemingford gets fired out and a boomerang. David City also gets hit though. Many places are being changed as we speak. Hemingford looks like comes out of it 3-2-5-8 here. Going into the last lap, David City 1:5.76. They need a little bit of help going into this last lap. Hemingford will pull ahead if they keep these placements. We need Hemingford to get hit out if David City wants to win. Hemingford, though, with second and third place with lots of red shells here. David City does get hit in first place by the red shell from Hemingford. David City first place, trailing a Nana. Going to hold it. David City does end up getting first. But the rest of David City is getting hit. They are getting bottom 3. 6-1, 7-8 for David City. Once again, losing points to Hemingford. Going into the third race, Moo Moo Meadows. Here we go. Race 3. Hemingford ahead 43 to 35. Hemingford trailing in 1, trying to hit any of David City out of the top spots that are going to draft up on him. Does miss all of them. David City first place here until Hemingford shrooms up into first. They could not hold it. David City going for coins here and glider. Can pay off in the long run. Hemingford, top 2 almost here. David City sneaking back into first. 2 green shells coming up. Gotta watch out for those. Hemingford right behind David City in second here. Gotta watch out for the trail from David City. Can be bad. And the cows are coming onto the track now. We'll see Hemingford here going for the grass shortcut. He does hit it. There are bananas on the double item box. Gotta watch out for those. Hemingford 2, 3, 4, 7 here. Good spots for them. They will gain again if they keep these spots. David City 1, 5, 8, 6. They do need to start catching up though. It's a short track. There's not a lot of time for them to catch back up. Hemingford here with a horn in 3. Not gonna do her much good here. Oh, triple shrooms in 6 from Hemingford. Blue is out. The blue shell will hit Hemingford. Triple greens from David City. They get horned out. Hemingford holding this 1, 3, 4, 6 here. Can be good points for them. Hemingford in the off-road though. David City can hold on to the second place and get 5, 2, 8, 7. Going into the last race of Cup 2, Big Blue. Very fun track. David City can come back from this. They will need a top 4 to come back. It will be very close. Start of this track, a couple drafts can happen. It's very chaotic at the beginning of it. Everyone is trying to get as many coins as they can, taking the side path there. Getting greened out right at the start from David City and getting hit by a red shell. Hemingford has first place. Second place, David City, close behind. They do get hit out of second place though. Hemingford, first, second, battling for it against David City. Hemingford, little bit of a break in first. not too far though. They have a horn in second place. They can use that to block blue shell, but they had to use it for the red. Hemingford still top 2 here. We do see Hemingford in first, going for a little shortcut. David City going for a different looking one in 3. Hemingford, top 2, 4, 5 here. Great spots for them. They do get green out in 7 though. David City, 3, 5, 6, 8. They do kind of need to catch back up for this final segment of the track. Shock happens. Hemingford from Hemingford. Don't know if it helped them or hurt them. They still have top 2, 4. They do have triple reds in 6 though. Can hit out David City, which they do just a little bit. David City, 3, 4, 5, falling off the track in 8. Hemingford looking like they're going to get top 2 once again. It'll be close. David City coming back, hitting him with a ring, stealing second. David City ending off the race, 2, 4, 5, 8. That is not enough for David City to end up beating Hemingford, which means Hemingford will go on to the finals to go against Winnebago, or sorry, no, Bridgeport. Ending score, Hemingford 88, David City 68. It was a very close match.
Yeah.
What was going through your head at the end of the first cup?
It was kind of tough, but we did make the courage to make the victory.
Yes, it was very close.
Yep.
And then going into Cup 2, you were winning every single race.
Yep.
Was it just mentality of just a little bit of points at a time?
Yep.
That's how you were going to win.
Yep. Well, even though we didn't make first, second, but we did make it to the middle ranks, which is not 7th, 8th. But we did have courage to make the victory.
Yes, yes. And congratulations making it to the finals. I'm excited to see your match. Good luck.
Yep, good luck.
We have Winnebago going up against David City. We're looking at Winnebago right now with Leo, Kenny, Josiah, and Jerry. And then going to David City with Julian, Justin, Benjamin, and Colston. Going up for the 3rd place in this tournament. The tracks we have for the 3 cups, if it comes down to it, Cup 1, we have Sherbertland, Mount Wario, Ice Outpost, and Ribbon Road. Some very fun shroom up tracks like Mount Wario and Ribbon Road. At the end, you can use mushrooms to take in some shortcuts right at the end. Cup 2, we got Toad's Turnpike, Bowser's Castle, Twisted Mansion, Sunshine Airport. Couple fun tracks in there. Bowser's Castle is very challenging. Toad's Turnpike, a lot of cars that you can run into. You really want to keep tight to those edges, taking the shortest path around these corners as you can. And Cup 3, if it comes down to it, Big Blue, Mute City, Wild Woods, and Cloud Top Cruise. Once again, Big Blue, like we saw last time. Fun track. Winnebago taking their practice track right here. You get 1 practice track before the match starts. But yes, but once again, Cup 3, if it comes down to it, Big Blue, like we saw last time, a ton of shortcuts. Both these teams are great at them. Mute City, we haven't seen yet. We did see it in Division 2. It is a very fun track. Can be a little challenging, though. Shortcuts right at the end. You can do them without a mushroom. You have to jump into the off-road at a certain time. A little difficult. Wild Woods, very fun track. Another shortcut at the end that you can do without a mushroom. It's the same thing as Mute City. You do have to hop right at the edge of the grass to not hit any of the off-road. But talking back on Cup 1, Sherbertland, it's full of ice and snow, which causes your drifting angle to become much wider than it usually is on driving just on road. Mount Wario is sort of the same thing with some ice and snow as well. Then we go into Ice Outpost. A lot of ice, which makes your entire vehicle more slippery when you're drifting. 2 shortcuts on Ice Outpost that you can do in a row. It's a little difficult to do. Ribbon Road, once again, massive shortcuts at the end that you can take. Will save a ton of time and can change spots at the end on lap 3 very quickly. Anyone can win in this first cup. I am excited to see how it will go. We will have a short sponsor as we wait for Winnebago to finish their practice track. And we are back. Winnebago has created the room. We have David City and the other Winnebago team coming into it right now. Winnebago going to Wario on the Blue Falcon. Once again, he did switch last time to Yoshi. We'll see if he sticks with Wario for this cup last time. And we are starting right now. Cup 1, Sherbertland, Track 1. Start of the race, you can draft up. Once again, a lot of these tracks you can draft up at the very beginning. Couple shy guys on some ice skates at the beginning of the track. You can run into them. Got to go a little wider going on him. It is in the Leaf Cup. As we start here, we will see which of these 2 teams will come out on top and be our 3rd place finisher. Once again, David City, our team who was mostly Wiggler players, and then Winnebago with their Splat Buggy and their Blue Falcon. Different vehicles that we don't usually see. Winnebago, top 2 right here, going down into the water from first place here from Winnebago. They are losing a little spot just because it is slower to go in here, but there's a lot more coins that you can pick up. David City here, top 4 at the moment, but anything can change. It is just the first lap. David City does throw away their banana that they had, maybe just chaining it for a different item, or wanted to get rid of it in case they were going to hit one of their teammates. They do have a red in 2, 3, and 4. They have a ton of protection. It is going to be tough for Winnebago to get back in here. David City does throw one of their reds at their teammates, but because they had a defense item, they were okay. David City does fall down into the water, though, clips the edge just a little bit. Winnebago also goes down there with 2 of their members. It is slower. They're just going for the coins. Winnebago does throw Blue Shell. It is going to hit David City unless they have a horn. They do not. David City does get hit, but they still have top 4 here. Very competitive and very forceful team David City is. They're keeping these top spots as good as they can. David City clips just a little bit, falls into the water down below, losing them 4th place. It's okay. They do bomb Winnebago with that. Winnebago in 4, trying to get up into these top spots. First place is a little far ahead. They have a little bit of a break here. 2, 3. Red Shell in 3rd from David City. They are top 4 once again. Winnebago really needs something to catch up right here, but they have no items. It's very tough for them to catch up. Triple greens, though, from Winnebago in third, trying to break into their top spots from David City. Going to be difficult. David City in 5th place here. 1, 2, 4, 5. A lot of points they can still get for these placements. David City ends up getting top 2 here. They do end 1, 4, 2, 6. Will be a lot of points for David City right here. Winnebago is going to need a couple good races to catch back up on this, but it is possible. There's 3 races left. Going to Mount Wario. Very fun track. One of my personal favorites in the game. I love how it's based off of Olympic skiing events. The start, you're in an airplane and you jump out of it onto the top of the mountain. You have to drive to the bottom for an Olympic style finish. It's very aesthetically pleasing. The drifting style is like you are driving on ice or snow. It is wider than you think it should be. Just like Sherbert Land and Ice Ice Outpost, which we're about to see in the 3rd race. Winnebago trying to break into these top spots. They do have triple bananas in first, and they do trail out one person from David City, bonking the wall. They trail out another member from David City. Winnebago, top 2, top 3, 4 here. They are top 4 here. Anything can happen. It's just the beginning. David City has a ton of time to catch back up, but it is a little difficult to catch up on this track. There's not a lot of shortcuts. You see one person going down below for the faster cave section from Winnebago. Going on the glider is slower than just jumping down to the water. When you're in the water, it does give you a little bit of a speed boost. You go faster in it. Winnebago here in top 4. They have triple bananas in 3. Could get a little risky for their player in 4 if they do get hit. Winnebago is dropping a couple of them, and it is faster to hop through the middle of the tree section to the glider, just by a little bit though. David City, 3, 4, 5, 8 here. Winnebago keeping their top 2 positions. Got a little bit of a break here. David City trying to catch back up. They were in second for a little bit there. Winnebago in second with the horn. They will be able to break the blue shell if it is going for their first place player. David City 3 before, right behind Winnebago. They have triple greens, throwing them up. They do miss Winnebago with them. The horn does hit David City, but it doesn't slow down them much because they are on the boost panels. Winnebago throwing up some items, trying to hit out David City. Looks like Winnebago will take 1-3. They steal it from David City, while David City is getting 5-2, 7-4. A little bit of a point shift in favor of Winnebago here, I believe. Getting first and third gives you a lot of points. Going on to race 3, Ice Ice Outpost here. David City ahead by 12 points. Anything can happen. If you get top 4, that's plus 19 points for your team against the other one. So Winnebago would be ahead if they do. Starting the race, David City taking an early lead here, top 2. Very nice by them. Top 2, 4, 5, good spots. They're only missing 3 and they have top 4. Winnebago trying to throw the banana up to hit them out. Does not happen. We do see David City trying to go for a shortcut and does fall off just a little bit. Winnebago in second, third, and fourth. They do get hit. Winnebago trying to red out first place from David City. They do have another red though, but David City has a bomb. It gets ghosted. They do get hit, and Winnebago has a horn. They might go and try to horn them out of first. Winnebago taking a shortcut here in third. It is faster than going around. Green's up. You gotta watch out for those. They're bouncing around. They do hit Winnebago in third place. David City takes that. David City in 1, 3, 5, 7 here. They do lose first place though. Winnebago taking that from them. They are in first place now. They don't have much else. They're 1, 5, 6, 8 here. They are back in the red, trying to hit David City, and they do. David City 2, 3, 5, 6 here. With only Banana, they throw it up, trying to hit Winnebago. They do miss, but they take a shortcut, trying to catch back up, bonk the wall a little bit. They don't gain a ton of time on them. Winnebago does get hit by a green though, and they do lose first place. Winnebago 2, 3, 7, 8. They are going to lose points this race if they are 2, 3, 8, 7, but they are not right now. They are gaining a couple spots on David City. They do get hit on the shortcut. David City also falls on a shortcut. David City has 1, 4, 6, 8. They are losing a lot of spots at the end here. Winnebago could gain some points on David City after this race. They are 2, 3, 5, 7. They can gain a little bit here. David City ending 6, 1, 8, 5. Going into the last race, Ribbon Road, very fun track. It is no longer the wider drifting style as the other ones because of the ice on the road. Winnebago gains a couple points on David City. It's still very close. They can come back from this. Just 9 points. There is a shortcut at the beginning, which you can take if you get a mushroom. It can be very good, and drafting on this track can come into play, but it doesn't super matter. Lap 3 can happen, and a lot of placements can change with the ending shortcut. Saves off a ton of time. Winnebago here, top 2. Got a red in 1. We have a red in 1 and 2. Very powerful in those spots. We do have David City shrooming up. Winnebago maybe going to try to red them out. We don't know. It doesn't seem to happen yet. They do get hit by a green, though. David City does get hit out, but Winnebago also falls off the track. They do not have first. Winnebago taking it just barely. They have 1, 3, 4, 5. David City trying to catch back up here. Going for a shortcut here, we see from David City in 7. Going back up to 5. Fire is coming up, though. Can't watch out for that. David City hits member from Winnebago. Winnebago is 2, 3, 5, 8 right here. They're trailing Nana in 2, and they have the green shell in 3, but it gets ghosted. They do not have that anymore. They have red shell. Winnebago has shroom in 2. They can use it to take the shortcut, but Winnebago has a red in first place. Don't know if you want to go for it. We see Winnebago going for a shortcut here. Going off, shock happens, but Winnebago does get an item here. They have a bomb. Little risky to hold it. They don't have any teammates next to them though. 1 and 2 have a bit of a break. They're throwing it up. It will hit David City. Winnebago does take 1. They are going to get redded though by David City in retaliation. Winnebago is close. 2, 3, 6, 8. With David City answering back with a red shell into Winnebago. David City taking top 3 right now, almost top 4. This could be big for David City here. Winnebago needs something huge right here, or they will lose the first cup. David City going off of the shortcut. He has a shroom in 1. Will take the shortcut. They're guaranteed first place here. David City does horn their own teammate. And top 4 for David City. 1, 3, 4, 2. to close out the first cup. David City win. Every race was close. Ribbon Road was the only one where you had a big point difference. David City and Winnebago, both very impressive teams. Going into Cup 2, Toads Turnpike, Bowser's Castle, Twisted Mansion, and Sunshine Airport. Toads Turnpike, like before, you want to stay close to the walls. Try to stay as tight as possible on this track, as it's very wide. There's cars on the track, though. You can run into them. You can also use them to dodge items that people are throwing at you, like a red shell, just to take less time being stunned by the red shell. You can use the cars instead. Bowser's Castle, another very technical track. There's a couple different tricks that you can do on it. We will see some impressive stuff from these two teams in this cup. We have Twisted Mansion up in third for the tracks. Couple shortcuts on that one can be very powerful if you're starting in a middle spot. But here we go. Cup 2 starting. David City 1-0 against Winnebago. Coins on the left side. We'll see if people go for it. We do not. No one goes for the coins on the left. Very surprising by these two teams. We do see people going up on the sidewall to grab some coins. That can be good. It is slower if you just go on the side, though. And it will be faster to take tighter lines going around these corners. Winnebago 2, 3, 4, 6 at the moment. David City taking first place here, trying to hold on to it. There is a red shell coming at David City. They do block it. Winnebago has to go wide and hits a car. David City fighting for second place here. They do get hit in second, though. They do not have it. Winnebago 2, 3, 8, 6 here. Winnebago throwing a red, trying to hit David City, but it hits a car instead. No, it hits David City in first place. They're still far ahead enough so that it doesn't do any damage to them. David City gets redded in third, though. Winnebago trying to shroom up in second. Winnebago has the horn, though, to block the red in first. Winnebago has another red in 3, but it gets ghosted. Blue shell is out. It will hit David City. Oh no, it'll hit Winnebago. He passed him just at the end of the blue shell, and it hit Winnebago instead. Winnebago is still top 2, 6-8. They will gain a couple points in this first race if they can hold top 2. David City, though, in third, 4, 5, and 6. They do get hit out just a little bit, though. We have triple reds in 4 and in 5. Got to be careful about those. We have to see David City flying over the top of it with that glider ramp. Winnebago in 1. David City trying to take the second spot. They do get hit out just a little bit. David City still holding on to second place here. It's going to be close. There's fire coming up from David City trying to hit them, but there is a piranha plant. Will that be enough to hold Winnebago's top 2? And it is. David City ending 5-3, 4-8. Very close race. Bowser's Castle. This track can get a lot more space on it. A lot of things can hit you on it, make you slow down, fall off the track. It's very close on difficulty with Rainbow Roads. This is the first track we have where it's not too big on drafting up on people. There's not a lot of drafts that really affect anything at the start of the race. On lap 2, we will see some of these Bowser statues shoot out some lasers that can hit the opponents. David City does get hit out at the very beginning. Winnebago 2-5-6-8 here. David City 2-3-5-7. Spots are changing. A lot of things going on with Winnebago here. 2 different paths you can take. Left side is faster. And then we have Winnebago top 2, 4-7 here with Winnebago with a red shell in 1 and in 2. They were going for coins but did miss them. Winnebago slowing down a little bit, keeping their player in 1 up there while supporting defense in second place. Green shells are coming up though, and Winnebago is top 3. David City kind of needs to catch up a little bit here. Otherwise, Winnebago will break away with another massive point lead. Winnebago still top 2. Green shell going up by Winnebago. They have 1, 2, 4, 5. Second place shifting around by David City, trying to force himself into that top spot. They do have a mushroom. They're going to take the shortcut and take first place from Winnebago. They do have a red shell to protect, but Winnebago had a second one, and it does hit David City. Winnebago back into first place, but not for long. A second David City member breaks up into the top spots, trying to take it, but Winnebago does have a better line going through here and takes first place from David City once again. A little drifting error from David City forces them a little wide, but not too bad. Winnebago 1-5-6-8 in placements. They are going to lose a little bit of points for those spots right here. David City 2-3-4-7 are good spots. They can get a lot from this. David City throwing a red though, trying to get a shroom to go up. David City has 1 red. We do not have a second one though. Winnebago with the bomb. I'm going to drop it on line, trying to hit David City. It does not hit anyone, but David City does take 2-4-6-8. Sorry, 2-4-6-5, not 8. Going to race 3, Twisted Mansion, a great shroom up track. Winnebago ahead here, 42-36. David City might be in a little better spots for this track, and 2-4-6-5 with getting a mushroom at the first item set to use the first shortcut and break into these top spots 1-2 to hold and run the rest of the track. Starting off, looks like David City gets a shroom, uses it in 1. Hits a little bit of off-road, but not much. They are in first, and they have bottom 3 after that. Winnebago right up behind them, though, drafting a lot. They do get hit out a little bit. David City losing first place. They have 3-5-4-6. A lot of middle spots here, but Winnebago with their top 2, bottom 2 spots will still gain points, will further their lead on David City. There is a ring from David City, and it does prevent Winnebago from a couple of points. Winnebago does get hit out a second as well. David City takes 2-3-4-5, every spot behind 1 here, and 2 David City members use the shortcut to catch up here. Rang comes up and hits one of David City members as they take first and second from Winnebago. Winnebago gets hit a couple times, losing a couple spots. David City here, top 4, can be really big for them. Going into lap 3, this could be big for them. Winnebago can also pull a lot of mushrooms and take these shortcuts to catch right back up to David City. They do have a couple red shells and fire to prevent people from catching up. David City using it in first place to get rid of it. Smart by them. They don't want to hit any of their teammates. We have Winnebago in second here, trailing a green. Maybe going to hit out a member from David City. They do hit a banana, though. David City, 1-2, bottom 2. They need to hold this to gain some points. But Winnebago has fire into going on the right path instead of the left. David City will have a little bit of some space. There is a red, though, and it hits David City. It looks like they are only going to get first place as a big point. They do get hit at a third as well. David City ending here 6-1, 7-5. Winnebago once again will further their lead by a couple points from David City. As we go into the final track of Cup 2, Sunshine Airport. A very fun group runner. If you can keep top 2, top 3 on this track, you can get a little bit of a breakaway and further this point lead that Winnebago has on David City. There's not too many shortcuts. There is one towards the middle of the track. It takes a little bit of time, but it's nothing huge. If you can keep top spots, you'll be fine on Sunshine Airport. And a little fun fact, if you are close enough to the airplanes that on the glider section, or on the second glider section, you can trick off of the wing. It does not do a lot, but it's kind of a fun niche thing that Nintendo added. Winnebago here, taking kind of an early lead. They are slowing down a little bit from Winnebago here. We only have 2. David City, 1, 3, 4, 7 here. David City in first with 8 coins. They are going to pull away from everyone else having more coins than them. David City has top 2, almost top 3. They did break the red shell on the boxes, so they did not get hit out of second place. That was good by David City. Winnebago here in third, though, fighting for second. They are in 4 with triple reds. They do hit out David City, and they force them to get picked up by Lakitu. We see people go up onto the plane. It is a little slower, but not by much. They are trying to red out a David City member in first, and they do. They do have a second red that they can throw at David City, and they hit him as well. Winnebago takes top 3 here. If they can hold on to this, it'll be very good for them. David City really needs to catch back up here. They have shrooms. David City trying to shroom up. Not much spots to use them on. Winnebago does have a shroom in 1. They can use it to dodge the blue shell or take the shortcut coming up here. I don't know which one they will do. They will hold it in case of blue shell. It is smart by them. They do have top 3. There's no need to use the mushroom. David City going for a little shortcut on the left there, trying to red out Winnebago. They do, but they also get trailed by Winnebago, not gaining them much. Winnebago top 2-4 with David City 3-5, 7-8. Entering the final stretch of the track. They did back Winnebago with the green shell, though, and David City trying to catch back up right at the end. It's going to be close. David City ends 3-4, 6-8. Winnebago does end up winning 86-70. Forcing us to game 3 here. Winnebago getting back into the room. We're switching some controllers. All good. Cup 3, Big Blue, Mute City, Wildwoods, and Cloudtop Cruise. Big Blue, like we saw before, from Cup 2 in the semifinal round. Both these teams know these shortcuts very well. They can do them differently and still be fine. Mute City, fun track. We have not seen that in Division 3 yet, but we did see it in Division 2. There is a shortcut at the end that can save a couple seconds. We are seeing a little bit of a technical issue with Winnebago. They can't get their LAN or their Ethernet to connect. Wildwoods, another fun track. It's got a shortcut at the end. Doesn't save much time, but it does save time. Cloudtop Cruise is a little technical track. Couple anti-inwards or anti-gravity sections on the track. And Winnebago is not connected to their internet. They do not know why. Winnebago fixing their internet issue that they had. They will now be back into the room. We'll be ready to start the third match. Winnebago and David City both winning one set, one cup. Going on to game 3 to decide who will be our our third place finisher. We are getting into the final 4 races. Big Blue start of the race. You can get a couple drafts off of people. You really want to get your coin counter up as much as you can on this track. There's no actual physical coins on the track. You have to go on the coin panels that they have to gain coins. We do have Winnebago, the Wario player, switching off of the Blue Falcon onto Teddy Buggy. Winnebago starting off in second place and fourth, trying to fight for this top spot. David City taking the lead just a little bit. There is a red though. It does hit David City in first place. David City slowing down a little bit, trying to hit out Winnebago. David City does have top 2 here. Winnebago in 3 and 4. They have a boomerang. They did hit out David City in second place here. Winnebago in 2-3 at the moment, and 1. They just knocked out David City going over the shortcut. Going into the final segment of the track, Winnebago is leading. Top 2, 5-6. David City with a star in 3 though, can be very helpful. Gotta watch out for the star from their other teammates that they have. Winnebago still top 2. David City needs something to hit out their top 2 if they want to get in there and get a couple points this race. Winnebago taking a little shortcut at the end there, going off of the path onto the pink there. And it looks like they will take top 2, top 3 even, with David City close behind. 6-5, 4-8. This will be an early point lead for Winnebago. David City has a little bit to catch up on, but there is 3 races left. Mute City, a lot of stuff can happen on this track. It is the other F-Zero track in this game. Once again, like Big Blue, there are no physical coins on the track. You have to get them from the coin panels. The fastest way to start this track is going on the coin panel on the right to get 7 coins, charging a super mini turbo, and then getting a normal mini turbo, going onto the 4 boost panels after that. You can go on the wider left side to get 10 coins. Either is fine. It is a team game mode. We do not see anyone going for the right side coin panel though. David City in 1, 3, 4, 5, an early lead, but the shortcut at the end can change spots very quickly. They are getting redded out of first though. David City trying to get back into first place there. They have 3 coins though, while the rest of Winnebago has 10. They are going to be pulling ahead just a little bit. Winnebago trying to horn out David City. Did not work though. They do have a bomb. When David City tried to green out Winnebago, but they missed and hit the bomb instead. That hit them. David City, second, third, 6-8. They can catch up here. David City trying to hold this first place. They do have a couple middle spots they can use to shroom up and get into these top spots. David City does have triple greens though in 3. This can be very scary for Winnebago, as well as David City. If they're not careful, they will hit their own teammates. They might do it right here. They do. David City does hit their own teammate with the triple greens. You always got to be aware of where your teammates are to not hit them with anything with triples. Winnebago, 1, 3, 4, 6 right now. Trying to keep these top spots. Their player in first place is getting a little bit of a breakaway, but David City is close behind them in second. David City's got a green with fire behind him though. He's got to watch out for that. He does get hit by a banana though, but they both get hit by the bomb, so he does not lose second place. David City though, he's got a red shell and he does get hit. Winnebago getting hit by that red shell, but he's still, they have top 4 right here. This could be a top 4 race for Winnebago. Winnebago finishes top 4. David City ending 7-5-8-6. This will be very hard for David City to come back from this. They will need a top 4 for themselves, and they might need another top 4 on Cloud Top Cruise to seal the deal and win. Going into race 3, Wild Woods. With Winnebago having top 4, they have a great advantage starting the race. They are the first ones who can get to the coins, and they can also have some people taking tighter lines to keep an early lead. David City can draft off of Winnebago though, trying to break into the tops. We'll see how Winnebago does this. If they will split off and have people go for the coins, or if they will all just take tight lines. Looks like Winnebago will split. Some took tighter lines while some took the coin. David City in first place though. Winnebago taking it back though. David City 2, 3, 4. with Winnebago trailing a banana in first. Got to be careful for the trail. It does go away, though. He no longer has it. David City trailing and does hit Winnebago out. They are top 3 for David City. If they can hold this, they will be very good. Winnebago here, though. Triple greens in 6. Got to watch out for your own teammates. We have the Shroom in 4 for Winnebago. There's not many spots you can use it, though. David City still top 3. Trying to get that last person in 7 back up to some top spots so they can get back into this game. Winnebago, though, falling off a little bit, does give David City a chance to get that 4th player into top spots, or maybe even 4th to get a top 4 of their own. They do get triple shrooms for David City with Winnebago in 4-5, 6-8 here. David City still top 3, a little rough segment there for their first player, missing a couple tricks, but not terrible. Their top 2 players have a pretty big breakaway. Winnebago, though, in 3rd now, trying to break the top 2 spots from David City. Might not be able to do it. He throws the green up, pretty risky. He can hit himself here with the green shell. He does not, but he does get redded here. David City taking top 3 here for sure, maybe top 4. They take 1, 2, 3, 5. That is very good by David City. 1, 2, 3, 5 for David City, giving them back a bunch of points. It is still very close. They can still win this. Winnebago started off Cup 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. We can end on a tie here, forcing us to another match. I don't know how that would work. Both teams would tie here. We might go to a 1 race after this, decide who the winner is. We will see if anyone goes for the super bounce on this trampoline. You have to drift off of the ramp and release your mini turbo right as you are hitting the trampoline, and it will shoot you very fast in a forward direction. We do not see anyone going for it. David City, a lot of top spots at the beginning here. Anything can change, though. Winnebago trying to sneak up into those top spots. David City does get hit out, though. They only have 2nd up there. Winnebago does trail out David City, and Winnebago takes top 2 for 8. This is looking very good for Winnebago at the beginning. Anything can change, though. You have 2 races left. You have to watch out for those lightnings. If it does hit you, it can slow you down a ton. David City does red out their own teammate. Didn't mean to. They just couldn't see who was in front of them. Winnebago here, top 3, 8. They do get hit by fire, though, in 3, and they get hit out as well. Winnebago only top 2 now. Top 2, bottom 2. They have a little mishap. They are now 1, bottom 3. David City can still come back from this. They need to hit out Winnebago in first if they want to come back from this. They do have a lot of people up in the front here. Winnebago, though, has Boomerang in 1 and a red shell. They do hit the lightning, though. They have a red, and it does get broken by the fire, and they get fired out on glider. This is very good for David City. They are top 4 at the moment going into race 3. This is very exciting. If David City can hold this out, they can force it into a tie match, but we do have Winnebago sneaking back up into 4th here. David City throwing up greens, trying to hit them. They do have plant in 6. Can be used to hit out Winnebago, and they do. They hit one of them. There is a star behind them, though. Just got out of it. David City, top 3, 5. If they can break it right here. They do get hit by the lightning, though. It might be enough, though, for David City to take fourth, but it doesn't look like it. David City getting 1-5-3-2. It'll be very close. They gain a lot of points on Winnebago for this race. Once again, getting top 3 and 5. It'll be very close.
Okay, let me double check.
David City does end up beating Winnebago by 2 points. We're here with Julian from David City. Congratulations on your third place win.
Thank you.
Came down to the last race. It was very crazy. You guys pulled on top 3-5, 2 races in a row for the win. What was going through your guys' mind for those last 2 races?
I think throughout the whole thing, it has been nerve-wracking, scary, especially on that last race. We heard from the commentator, it could have been a tiebreaker, and we were really trying our hardest to get that top 4 placement because we didn't know whether that would be the tiebreaker or if that could get us the win.
Yes. It was very impressive. The right at the end, 2 people, both from each team, got hit by the lightning right at the end. It was very close. Congratulations on your third place win.
Thank you.
We are back with the Division III finals for Mario Kart between Bridgeport and Hemingford. From Bridgeport, we have Landon Smith, Steve Garvin, Bentley Ellis, and Anthony Ging. They do not have a sub. And then from Hemingford, we have Johan, Kirith, Cash, Andrew, and their sub, Parker. As we get started with this final match, we do have Hemingford. They do not viewable for us. We will figure that out right now, but the cups, once again, are the same as our third place match that we had. From Cup 1, Sherbertland, Mount Wario, Ice Outpost, and Ribbon Road. Once again, the first 3 tracks are all very drifting, styly, are different from normal tracks. We do have one from Hemingford back. We do have the second one. We are ready to start once we create the room once again. Yeah, but once again, Sherbertland, Mount Wario, and Ice Outpost all have this widening drifter style than normal. I'm excited for how the top 2 teams will be on those tracks. And then we end off Cup 1 with Ribbon Road. Very technical track. Couple shortcuts towards the end. You can really change up the spots right at the end. Going on to Cup 2, Toad's Turnpike, Bowser's Castle, Twisted Mansion, and Sunshine Airport. Toad's Turnpike, once again, lots of cars on the track. You can't hit them. It can be a huge roadblock for you. You do want to keep tight lines and go for coins at the same time. You have to balance out when it is smarter to go for coins or to keep a tighter line. Bowser's Castle, very difficult track, as we saw from our third place match. Twisted Mansion is another one where it is very mushroom-based. You need a mushroom at the beginning to break ahead. You need a mushroom towards the end to take the ending shortcut. But yes, we are starting Cup 1 Sherbertland in our grand finals match for Division 1. Hemingford, our team with the 2 Inklings, once again, not usually a character you see here. It's mostly Yoshi, Peach, Daisy, Yoshi kind of people, Birdo. They all have the same stats. Inkling Boy is just a little different. We do see Hemingford go down on the water path for some more coins. Bridgeport, though, first, third, 5, 6. They have lost first, though, to Hemingford, but they get redded out. They have taken back first and second. Bridgeport is leading it. They are hitting out Hemingford quite a bit. Hemingford got hit out once again. Bridgeport keeping this top 2, kind of failing the ending just a little bit. Not bad, though. Hemingford in third and fourth with nothing. They do have a shroom, though. Shrooming up. Bridgeport, 1-2, 8-7. They will gain points, but not a lot. Hemingford, 4-3, 6-5, all sandwiched in the middle. They do need to break the top 2 that Bridgeport is getting right now. Their first place player from Bridgeport has a bit of a lead here. They did put a banana on double, almost hitting their teammate. They do need to call that out before they do it. It can be very dangerous for their team. They do have top 2 still, though, with Hemingford close behind in 3, 4, and 5. Hemingford does get redded out in 4, though. Bridgeport taking 1, 2, 5, 8, drafting up. Hemingford with nothing in 3, the shroom in 4. There's the bullet bill coming up, though, from Hemingford. Hits out someone from Bridgeport. But Bridgeport still has that top 2 break. They are running away with it. Hemingford really needs something to catch up to these guys. Throwing the triple greens away, trying to get a red shell or something. They do get a bomb. It won't be super helpful unless they can hit first or second place here. They do get hit by a green, though. Hemingford losing a couple spots here a little bit. Ending 8-6, 5-3. Bridgeport will be ahead by a couple points here. Going into our second race, Mount Wario, our Olympic-themed track. And we are off. Bridgeport with their top 2, 4. They can split up, either go for coins at the beginning or take tighter lines. We will see what they decide to do. Hemingford close behind, though. They have taken a little bit of a lead in the front here. Fighting for first right now. They do get a coin in 1. Hemingford battling for 1 against Bridgeport. They do knock him off, though, so Hemingford does take first here. They are going for coins. Might not be the smarter move. Might just want to try to go for a tighter line here. But Bridgeport goes for the shortcut. 3 of them hit it. 1 of them falls off for Hemingford. No one doing the faster, but we have 1 person from Hemington going the faster cave path, going down to the water as soon as possible. They do get stuck on a rock, though. Hemingford, 1, 3, 4, 6. They do get hit out of 4, though. And Hemingford in 1 and 2. Something happened. Knocked him out of 2, though. Bridgeport with a green in second. Or sorry, a green in third. The mushroom in second. They will be taking the shortcut right here. It is faster. Oh, Hemington. Shroom also. They do get redded on the glider. Not too terrible. They did land on the item box, so they can get that. They do have a banana in second, though. Not going to do them much good against Bridgeport with their shroom in first. They did hit a tree, forcing them wide, but they still have second. Bridgeport here, 1, 3, 5, 6, but Blue Shell is out. Bridgeport still has the shroom, though. They can dodge the Blue Shell if they time it right, and they do. They do dodge it. Hemingford in second with Bridgeport close behind in 4-5. Bridgeport does get redded, though. They do get redded once again. Hemingford is going to pass Bridgeport right at the end here, taking top 2, but there is a banana up. You need to watch out for that. Bridgeport getting redded out once again. Hemingford taking top 2 here, taking 1-7-5-2. This will be a point gain for Hemingford. Going into our third race, Icesight's Outpost, our final race of having the wider drifting style. Bridgeport and Hemingford very close now. Bridgeport ahead 42-38. It's very close. Excited to see how these last 2 races are going to go. Will Hemingford pull ahead and end up taking game 1, or can Bridgeport hold it out and keep this lead? Starting off, a couple drafts in this track can be very helpful. Like Hemingford drafting up, getting a little bit of space there. Bridgeport still top 2 though. They are taking the shortcut, and they did take it very nice. Hemingford also taking the shortcut, bonking into the wall, but not terrible. Bridgeport still top 2. Bridgeport getting redded out. They are 1-3-7-8 now. Hemingford up here though. Boomerang in second. Can be very deadly for Bridgeport in first. And Bridgeport behind them. Hemingford going for the ending shortcut and does hit it along with Bridgeport, who's in 1. Maybe a bit of a break now, trailing that green in first. Can be very bad if they decide to back it right into Hemingford. Although Hemingford is now second, had 3 for a little bit. They do back the rank, and it hits Bridgeport, making them fail the shortcut. Hemingford in 2 now. They do have a rang too. They throw it up, chaining their items. They have a second red shell. This one will hit Bridgeport on glider, wasting time and taking 3 coins from Lakitu. Hemingford does take first place here. They're 1-4-3-5 at the moment. Bridgeport still in second place though, trying to get back up there and hold on. Bridgeport in second, 7-8-6. They have bottom spots. Hemingford does does get bombed though. They do lose second place, and fire coming up. Blue shell as well will hit Bridgeport. Although they have a shroom, they will be able to dodge it. Hemingford does need to watch out for the blue shell explosion though. They mistime it and get hit by the blue shell. Hemingford takes first place from Bridgeport. They still have second though. Bridgeport taking the shortcut, gets redded off of it. They do lose second place. Hemingford here getting 4-1-2-5. Hemingford will be ahead after race 3, going into Ribbon Road, our final race for Cup 1. It is still close. Any team can win. Yes, Hemingford ahead, 65 to Bridgeport, 52. Last race, Ribbon Road. The drafts at the beginning can be very helpful for Bridgeport, who are a little farther behind. They can catch up pretty quickly and get a mushroom in the first set and take a shortcut that's not too far away. We do see Hemingford here with the shroom and Bridgeport. Hemingford in second, not going to take the shortcut. They're going to save their mushroom. Bridgeport here, 1-5-7-8. They will get mushrooms down here in these bottom spots, so they can take the ending shortcut. Hemingford following Bridgeport for these shortcuts. They take it, they fall off right at the end. Very close though. Hemingford in second and third here. They have fourth as well. Green Shell in second. Not going to do much for Hemingford. Bridgeport in first place does have a bit of a break. Their first place can start running, and they will go away with it. Bridgeport, though, kind of falling behind with the rest of the team. There is triple reds in 6. It does hit one of their teammates. Hemingford, triple reds in 3, also hits one of their teammates. It's a little rough, or a little hard to space out triple reds. Hemingford does get redded out. Bridgeport, though, Hemingford does take first place here, with Bridgeport trailing behind in second, trying to catch back up. Hemingford with the red in first place. They will be able to hit out Bridgeport if they decide to go for the mushroom and pass them. They do not. Hemingford, top 3 last here, almost. Bridgeport, 4, 5, 6, 8 with a bullet catching up. Bridgeport breaking into the tops now. They have 3, 4, 5, 7. Hemingford in second and first with the bomb. Hemingford does fall off the shortcut though. They do lose their top 2 position, and Hemingford drifts the wrong way, falling off the track. They are going to get hit by a blue shell as well on glider, not losing a ton of time. But we might see Bridgeport pass them right at the end, which we do. Hemingford ending 5-4-2-7. Very close race by both teams. I believe Hemingford will be able to hold out on this point lead and take the first cup. Yes, Hemingford does hold out. 88 to Bridgeport, 72. Bridgeport taking the first cup. Going into Cup 2, like said before, Toast Turnpike, Bowser's Castle, Twisted Mansion, and Sunshine Airport. Sunshine Airport being a great group runner. If a team can take a couple top spots on Twisted Mansion and keep them for the beginning of Sunshine Airport, they will be able to run away with it. And as we start this first race of Cup 2, will Hemingford be able to hold out their lead here, their 1-0 lead, winning again, going 2-0, or will Bridgeport be able to take this cup, forcing it to Game 3? Starting off, 4 coins on the left side. Someone should go for it, whether it's 2 people or multiple people from the same team. You cannot neglect coins on this track. They are very important. There is no coins on this track. We do see Bridgeport going for them. Hemingford taking the lead at the beginning, but anything can happen on this track. There's lots of cars everywhere. Can't hit them and cause you to lose a lot of spots. Hemingford drafting off of each other though, taking top spots here. Bridgeport though, triple bananas in 4. Have to be careful for their teammate. Bridgeport does get hit by a banana. Bridgeport does get bumped into a car though. Hemingford taking top 3 and 5. We see Hemingford in 6 going on the anti-gravity path. It is a little slower than just taking a tighter line. Bridgeport though, horning out a red just before it hits them. They do get redded out eventually though. Hemingford top 4 at the moment. Very strong race for them so far. Bridgeport really needs something big on this second lap going into the third to really put them back in this race. Hemingford still top 4 going into lap 3. This could be a top 4 race 1 in our second cup. We do have one person from Hemingford in first place. They're kind of running away with it right now. They have a huge break here. They did throw the green forward. They do have second and third with red shells. They will be able to hit Bridgeport out if they try to pass. There is a bullet as well from Hemingford going back up. Blue shell is out though. Will they bounce off of a car to block blue shell? They will not. They will just take it. Hemingford still though, top 2. They do not have 3, but that is okay. Top 2, still a winning race, ending 1-7-4-2. Strong first race from Hemingford. They will be ahead going into race 2, Bowser's Castle, but this is a difficult track. Bridgeport can make a comeback. There's a couple shortcuts. One at the end can give you a couple spots here. Here we go. Second race, Hemingford ahead, 25 to Bridgeport 14, is still very close. Beginning of this track, can get a couple drafts, but not super important. Bridgeport kind of clipping the edge, getting hit pretty wide. Hemingford though, keeping their top 2 position right now. They do have a shroom in first. They will be able to dodge a blue shell if it comes. They are taking the right path. It is a little slower than the left path, but that is okay. Bridgeport here in 3, and then have bottom 3 spots. Not a big deal. There are shortcuts. They can catch up. 2 laps left. Hemingford, though, in 1, 2, 4, 5. They do have triple greens and triple bananas in 4 and 6. It can be real dangerous for Bridgeport if they go and hit some of these triple items that Hemingford has. They do take second though, and they have triple reds in 4, hitting out a member from Bridgeport. Hemingford accidentally redding out one of their own teammates, giving Bridgeport a chance to come back. They are in 3 with Hemingford in top 2. Hemingford in 1 has a huge breakaway here. They are going to be able to run away with it here. Blue shell might be the only way to bring him back to the rest of the group here. Or if Bridgeport can pull a couple of red shells like this right here in second place. Bridgeport has 4 red shells that they can throw at Hemingford. Hemingford will get hit in first place by a red shell from Bridgeport, but they can't do much. They keep getting hit out. Bridgeport with a shroom in 3, using it to try to catch up. Hemingford holding the blue shell in first for their teammates. If they can pull a horn, they'll be able to safely use the blue shell without any harm happening. Bridgeport though, 4, 5, 6, 8. They need something to get back into this. They use the bill in 8 to catch back up. Hemingford, 1, 2, 3, 8 here. The boomerang in 3. Hemingford will be able to throw the blue shell very shortly. Bridgeport taking third, or trying to take third from Hemingford. Hemingford sneaking it away, getting 3-1, 4-2. Taking top 4 on Bowser's Castle. Hemingford will have a huge lead going into Twisted Mansion and these last 2 races. Bridgeport are going to need a great last 2 races here to be able to catch back up to Hemingford. They are down by 30 points here. They need at least 1 track where they get top 4 on to force it to game 3. Starting off, Bridgeport trying to get shrooms here to take the shortcut. One of them does have a shroom. Hemingford, though, also has a shroom, does not decide to take the shortcut, though. Decides to just save it. They try to use it to grab the doubles, but they do miss. Their other teammate takes the doubles instead. You have to coordinate that with your team, deciding who's going to take doubles and who's not. Hemingford, though, top 3 at the moment. They do get greened out. No longer top 3. They're top 2, 5, 6. Bridgeport, though, getting back up into these top spots. 3, 4. They do hit out second place. Bridgeport now has second. They trailed out Hemingford. Bridgeport now has first, 4th, 5, 7. Very good spots for them. They can still get mushrooms and use the shortcut to catch back up. Like Bridgeport here in 6th place. They have these 2 shrooms. They do dodge all of the fire, giving Bridgeport 1, 3, 4, 5. Halfway through lap 2, Hemingford here in 2nd place does get redded out by Bridgeport. Bridgeport gets sends a green backwards right into Hemingford, though, giving them top 3, 5, very close to a top 4 position here. This can be a little risky with Hemingford being all bottom spots going into lap 3. It can be very bad, giving Hemingford some mushrooms here. They do have triple greens, though, in 3 and are throwing them up. They have taken 3, 4, 5 from Bridgeport. Bridgeport right here, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 8. They did get hit out of 3. Hemingford trying to come back up and hit out these top 2 position players from Bridgeport. It's going to be a little difficult. Bridgeport is a decent bit ahead. Hemingford, though, has the mushroom in 3. Blue shell is out, and it does hit Hemingford. They are going to have to go around the shortcut here. Hemingford getting 3, 7, 6, 5. Bridgeport gaining a little bit of points on Hemingford. Going into our last race of Cup 2, Sunshine Airport. And as we start our last race of Cup 2, Hemingford ahead, 69 to Bridgeport, 48. If Bridgeport can keep this top 2 spot that they have right here, they will be able to run away on this track. It's a great group runner. As said before, they are trailing in 1. They got to be a little careful with their teammate in 2. They don't want to trail them out themselves. They do trail out their teammate in 2nd place. It's always a big risk trailing when your teammate is right behind you. Hemingford does have red, though, and they are going to red out Bridgeport, taking 1st place, taking top 3 from Bridgeport. Hemingford, decent lead now, having these top 3 spots, giving them a lot of space so they can start running away on Sunshine Airport. There's not a lot of shortcuts that you can take. Bridgeport here, trying to go for it, does get trailed by one of their teammates with triple greens. Hemingford kind of breaking away here now. They still top 3. They have a red in 2 and a rang in 3. There are great defensive items. Rang, you can use it 3 times. It goes away on the 3rd. Bridgeport, though, 4, 5. They do have triple greens and fire. A green and the fire does hit Hemingford, though. Bridgeport is close to taking some top spots here. Bridgeport takes 2nd now. Hemingford 1-3-5-7 here. Bridgeport 2-4-6-8. They need a big last lap here to catch back up and get some big points. Try to beat Hemingford. Hemingford in 1 now. Bridgeport behind them 2-3-5. Hemingford getting fired out of 4th now. Bridgeport all behind Hemingford with 2-3-4-7. Hemingford in 1st though, keeping their lead. The red is coming out towards them. They do have a 2nd defensive item in case Bridgeport does pull 2 reds here. Bridgeport gets Shroom. They won't be able to take 1st place from Hemingford, but they will be able to take 2nd. Hemingford ending out the last race 5-1, 8-7. Hemingford does end up winning Cup 2 and going 2-0 against Bridgeport, 86-70, and becoming your Division III state champion. And we are back with Kirith from Hemingford after your state win. What was going through your guys' mind after winning Cup 1?
We were pretty confident. I mean, coming into this, we'd beat them before. Weren't letting it get in our heads, I guess, but we were ready.
And after your top 4 on Bowser's Castle, that was very impressive. It was very close towards the end, though. You guys did squeak out the win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your Division III state champion.
Thank you.